How's it going, everybody? Welcome in. So we're working on an MGZS today, and we're going to do some front headlights. You can see the state of these ones. Well, we have some new toys in the box here. Let's have a look, shall we? Ooh, look at them. Yep, managed to find brand new ones, which is quite hard to do. First time I've seen them myself. Wow, look at them. So what we're going to do is get the bumper off, work out how to do that. I'll show everyone else how to do it, and you better do yours, and hopefully you better make your car look like that. So let's have a go. This is how bad the headlights are actually looking right now. As you can see, they're pretty yucky. Now yes, I could have a go at them and do the outside of them and get them a bit shinier, but a lot of this is on the inside and it's definitely not going to come off. Passenger side one's actually even worse. All down the sides, mainly on the inside. All up the sides around the indicator. So not too nice. So let's get started and get these replaced. So first thing to do is get your jack out, whatever one you got, underneath the side of your car if it's not too low. If it is too low, you have to drive it onto a piece of wood here. You have got your jack and point, which I'll bring you across and show you in a sec once I get it up, because I can't get the camera under there as well as jack it up. This one is actually quite low. Not sure if it's been lowered or not. We're about to find out. Just making sure we're good, because that moved then. These front floors can get quite weak on these, but these ones have already been done. What we're trying to do is get under there at the moment, into the front guard. Whew, it's a hot day today, it's hot to do this. Well, I'll bring you over and show you where to put the jack. That's where you want your jack to be, and your jack and point just under there. What it basically is a little bit of metal plate sticking out. If you look over on the other side, you can see that one. So once you get to there, you've got to take your inner guard out. Now this one's seen better days, so we're going to replace this one. But basically up in here, around the back of here, you've got an 8mm sticking upwards here basically. So when you come in here, you want to be going upwards like that. 8mm socket, extension bar, which I'll show you now. So I've chosen to just use a little extension bar. As you can see, small socket, 8mm, long socket. Up in there, just feel around until you get it on. It'll be a bit rusty, so just give it a wiggle and wiggle it on. And away you go. Sometimes they'll be changed to a 10mm or a 13, depending on if someone's messed around with it before. This thing's original on this one. How'd it come? It's just one of them. And that makes this side loose. So I'll do the same on the other side, which you don't need to see because you've just seen me do that. We'll get the bonnet up and see what else we've got to do. So I've undone the other side, another 8mm like the other side, and as you can see, all nice and loose, ready to go. So now we go up to the top of here. These are 10mm, these ones. Obviously I know that because I've done plenty of these in the past. They're actually plastic, these bolts. So be gentle with them. If they don't come out, you have to just put some pressure on them, lift them up a little bit like that, put a bit of pressure on them to get them to move. Because sometimes they'll just move like they are now and just keep spinning. Like this one's just going to come out by hand. And it's literally just like that, simple as that. Little clips in the top there. Right, so I'll get you on the stand and let's carry on. So we've got a 10mm socket. Just try them like normal to start with, but if they don't go, like I say, you have to put a bit of pressure on them to get them to move. And then they'll just wind out like that. This half will come out, that half will stay in the bumper. What they basically are is just them. Put them in your little tub like so, ready to go back in. So next job, find something to lay on. You've got to get underneath the front of the car. And as you can see, 10mm along here, there's one there and one there along the front. And then there's the little ones on the side here, which you'll probably find are going to spin and come out and snap, because they always do. The one on that end's already missing, but that's normal, don't worry about that. While you're underneath, just have a little look at your car and inspect everything, look at your drive shaft gaiters and that sort of thing. Make sure everything looks good. This one's looking nice, no oil leaks or nothing. Okay, so I've been underneath and undone them 10mm. It should be a case of just wiggle off the crash bar. Down it will come. Now, it won't come off because you have to undo the fog light connectors. But what I do is I turn them, I'll show you in a sec. Nice easy way of doing it instead of messing around. I basically just turn them, the whole holder, so the lights come out of the fog lights. Basically, you just turn them to the left and they pop out. What's this other one we got here? Temperature sensor. You just push the button, he says, and out it comes. You walk off with your bumper, put it somewhere soft, don't put it on the concrete or nothing like that. Okay, so with the bumper out of the way, you're going to want a socket, and you're going to want a big long extension bar, 10mm on the end. You have to go through these holes here, right down to the back. You just have to feel around, but there's a 10mm down the back there. Feel around and you get on it. Sometimes they can be a bit rusty, but once you get them going, they're normally okay. As you can hear, it's got a bit of rust in it. They don't tend to snap off, though. They're normally pretty good. These are actually plastic crash bars. Bolt stayed in. You're basically looking for them. The reason I'm taking that off is because the bolts for the bottom of the headlight are down the back of there. So you have to take these out of the way. There's another one on that side. And I do believe there's some others which I'll find in a sec. I've just got to remember where they are. Okay, so I've removed the other side. The next one, just look for this little divot in the top of the thingy bar there, follow it back. You'll see a 10mm there. As you can see, it's starting to get loose. These bolts are quite long. I have got guns and stuff, I'm just trying to do it on how you try and do it. Sort of like DIY style. Again, just another one of them. I'll do the other side and we'll lift this out the way. Okay, so we've done the bolts both sides, give it a wiggle. Should start moving. Out it comes, and that's basically what it is. Okay, so we're that far now. We've now got to get in here, undo the little 8mm on top of these. These are your fan relays. Just little 8mm like so. Wiggle that forward. Still our brackets down the bottom there, but you don't need to get them off. You just want enough room to undo the bottom of the headlight there. So take the 8 out, get your 10, and the 10 right there. These are quite long again. One like that with the washer. Go and put them in your pot so you know what's what, and that's the start of taking the bottom of the headlight out. Right, so next in, top of your headlight, check all your brackets are good, obviously nice and tight, nothing's moving, 2 10mm. Most of the time these come off okay. Only little bolts like so. That's it for them, and then we've got one down the side here, just there. This one's an 8mm. This is meant to be holding the side of this on, as you can see, but for some reason this is vibrated and snapped that off. But when you undo that, this will probably drop out of the way. We're going to replace this at a later date. We're just going to order one. Or we'll have a look in our spares and see if we've got one in the container. And there you go. You loosen that whole headlight. There's one more on the edge of the wing, which is a 10. And this is your last bolt. You only have to do that enough, and then they slide forward as you saw there. And out it comes. Pull it forward. Just gently, try not to break anything. You've got your wiring plugs on top of here. Squeeze them down, pull them out, squeeze that one down. Hard to show and do, but you squeeze the top of that down like that, the clip pops. Off it comes. One headlight in your hand. It's actually a really good nick apart from the actual lens. So we're going to keep hold of that and see if we can do something with that lens. Or maybe we'll do a bit of custom work or something like that later on the channel. Let's see if we can make some custom lights. Doing the other side, took the 8mm out, remember that. Pull that one forward. 10mm down the back of it. You can hear when they come out and they're loose. The 8mm's the little tiny bolt, the 10mm's are the big long ones. You got the one round the side, as I'll show you on the other side. Sometimes these can be a real pain and start spinning like this one has, but you normally have to only loosen it to pull it forward. Top ones. I know I'm making it look easy, but I've worked on these cars for over 20 years, so I know I'm inside out. But it's not too bad once you get going. This side one's going to be a pain to me because there's spin around the back of it, but you get the idea. You've got the 2 plugs down the back, same as the other side, and away you go. Okay, so while the lights are out, I recommend taking the backs off, checking all your connections and stuff, and if you want to, you can do an upgrade. If you don't want to, you can do a 55 watt. It's your choice. Basically inside here, you've got a little bit of wiring, a spring that you just push down and across, and your bulb pops out. Same on that side, and you decide what size bulbs you want to put in. Okay, let's put them back in. The big long 10mm first, which is the one that goes right down the back here. Goes right through. Long socket on, it goes right through the light. Now I recommend a bit of WD down the back there into the hole, because otherwise they can snap off. slightly just so you can line everything up. I'll put the two 10s in the top here. Not done up yet. You still want the light to move. And then you've got the one that goes on the side of the wing here. Make sure that's got the clip in the light. Put the 10 in like so. If you're wondering what clip it is one of them which goes in the side of the light. This one had it put on the back for some reason, but we've got a nice brand new one on the light, so in it goes. Try and get this line on the side of the wing all nice with the rubber. $10mm all done up. Perfect line, can't get any better than that. Up at top. Perfect line. One nice solid headlight. You've got one left on here, which is a little 8mm. This little one here goes in the top there. Just hold your relays for your fans. There you go. Your lights are in, they're nice and tight. And then when you get this far, I suggest turning them on. So we'll get someone to hold the camera and we'll turn the side lights on. And that should be side lights. We should have a side light both sides. Yep, looking good. There we should have main lights. Yep, looking like they're working really nicely. And as you can see, the main lights are slightly brighter than the inner lights until you pull your main beam. When you pull this, there you go, nice and bright. Definitely worth checking everything before you start putting the rest of the bumper and that back together. So it looks like we're good. Last thing to do is just check the hazards. Make sure the indicators are working. Yep, looking really good. Everything's nice and crispy coloured, lovely shiny lights. Looking forward to seeing this outside in the dark. I'll give you a little run down the road when we're finished and we'll just test the lights out, show you how good they are. Right, slid the crash bar back in. You have to locate it underneath the lights on each side. Just clicks in. Then you've got your long bolts, which are these ones. One through there at the back there, one down at the other end of there. And away you go. I'll quickly do this one for you. He says. It's got a bit tight, so get the old WD on it. If you have to, use copper slip. If they get too tight. See how much that's loosened up now. That's halfway in, that's loosened right up with the WD. It's already tight. One in the bottom, basically just follow it through to the hole. It can be a little bit of a pain, but you just have to wiggle them about. See, once they get quite a way in, the rust comes off the bolt with the WD and then they just go in lovely. And they're like brand new. Little wiggle and that's in. This bit here is where your bumper sits underneath the light. This bit holds the front up. I'll do the same on the other side, which you don't need to see. And then we'll slide the bumper back on. Okay, so crash bar's all on. Time to slide the bumper back on. Can be a bit fiddly sometimes. Oh, I hope if I don't hit the ladder with it. The best thing to do is plug these fog lights in first. You can do them afterwards, but I always do them first. They can be fun, but you should be able to just about get it to the right place and do it. As you can tell, they've been a bit of a pain. They're not normally, to be honest. Yeah, once you get them there, they just click into place really. You do have to get them in the right angle. And then don't forget your outside temperature one. Plug that back in. Click. Feed that up behind there and make sure it stays in properly. If it doesn't stay there nicely, get a cable tie and cable tie that back in. That one's good. Then slide your bumper up onto your crash bar. Sometimes you have to wiggle these about and get them right, other times they'll just pop into place like so. And that one's up. We'll just get your plastic clips to keep it into place. Get one for each side, that's what I want to do. These inner ones, pop your little insert in. Don't even have to do these up, you just push them down and they lock themselves into place. Same on this side. And then in this case, you've got another one on the outside. You've got the 8mm on the sides, 210s under there, and the corner ones if you've still got them. But most of these guys haven't got them anymore, and normally they're twisted off. But you can make up new ones and put a nut and bolt through if not. So putting the 8mm back in the sides, done the other side already. You'll find on these they never do all the way up, they just keep spinning. But once they're in, hook your thing around the back of it, and that should be there. And then you just got your one underneath, which for 10mm, I believe. Line them up. You do have to wiggle them about, move them around to get them in the right place. Bear with me because I can't see what I'm doing and do it at the same time. It's been a pain. That one's in. That one's in that side. Get your little small ratchet. These ones will go proper tight, so make sure they are nipped right up. You've got big washers on them to hold everything. Yeah, lovely, and as you can see, nothing moves whatsoever. It's all nice and tight. Looking good. Certainly look a lot better lights. And these ones I'm going to pick up now. Look at the state of them. Very different to what we just put in the car. Whew, okay everyone, I'm absolutely cooking. It's really hot tonight and it's hot doing that job in here with all the lights and that on. But as you can see, the front end's looking really, really nice. What I will do for you as we go down the road, I'll just film out the window a little bit so you can see the main beam and that through the country lanes. And that'll be the end of this video. Hopefully I've helped a lot of you out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon in the next one. Bye for now.